Mike Whalen is someone who I've known as a Wesleyan undergraduate for 4 years. Now we've lured him back to Wesleyan, and we really do have a winner. And so I'd like to introduce that person to you, Mike Whalen.
The first words out of my mouth when I met with the team, which was after the press conference and all those other things, was, guys, we're going to win now. You know, we're not here to say that, hey, it's going to take 5 years and, you know, thanks for helping us along the way. It's what do we need to do to win now? And the one thing I knew, you know, from that John indicated was I did have experience within the league. I'd been at Williams for 14 years. And so had a lot of experience against Wesleyan and seen some very, very good Wesleyan teams. Commitment to football and the importance of football is something we talk a lot about. And you know, the one thing that I pledge to all our recruits is that academics will always come first. There will never be anything during your 4-year Wesleyan football experience that takes priority over what you're doing in the classroom. We don't start practice till 4:30 in the afternoon. We don't miss class time for team travel. You know, there's nothing that we do that interferes with your academic experience. You know, there's been times when we do have away games, and some of our kids who are in the sciences have labs that run late on a Friday afternoon, and what we'll do is we'll have a coach that will hold back a van, and he'll wait for those 3 or 4 students to get out of that lab. The rest of us will go, and that van will catch up to wherever we're going to practice or eat or meet or whatever, and those guys will join the team that way. So there's clearly a priority list there, and I think the right priority. We were able to bring in a coaching staff, which at the Division III level, and especially in our league, the NESCAC, doesn't always happen. And so we're very, very fortunate that we've been able to bring in some coaches with a lot of college coaching experience and very successful winning backgrounds. And the first thing we did when we got there is just sit down and not so much talk about and analyze the players, but just kind of philosophically get on the same page, because although I knew, in fact, one of my assistants was with me at Williams, and he made the transition down with me. Obviously, he knows me and has worked for me. But I think Jack Sidlecki, who is going to be my offensive coordinator, was the head coach at Yale for 12 years. And Jack and I worked together at Lafayette College back in the 80s. And had been very, very good friends. Jeff McDonald, the third guy, was a guy that worked for Jack, but then went out on his own and was a defensive coordinator at Towson State in Maryland. And so he had a lot of Division I experience as well. So the first thing we did was just kind of sit down and talk as a staff and really try and get a handle on, as Eric referred to, our core values and really how we wanted to establish this program.